Back to my YouTube channel. It feels so good to be back again on another interesting episode on Thought Express with Rhoda. My name is Oluwafemi Busari Rhoda, and I welcome you all today. How was your week? Hope you guys had a fabulous one. So like I did last week, I have with me today another amazing personnel. He's a friend, very intelligent, and he's kind of fine. So so anchor the program with me today is Alimi Farouk. A round of applause for him. Cut. Farouk, welcome to Thought Express with Rhoda. It's a privilege to have you, and I'm really excited that you are here.
Yes, so I'm so glad to be invited here on Thought Express with Rhoda. So I'll let her go first.
Yeah, okay, so today I want to talk about something very serious: education and self-development. You know, many people argue that education is a scam, while some people say that self-development is everything. So today we'll be placing a contrast between self-development and education. So I think before we go on, we need to differentiate what self-development is and what education is. So education for me is the process of learning skills, acquiring behaviors, norms, and a process of making you a better person. And self-development, on the other hand, for me is a personal, training into becoming a better person. But I don't know if you have a different definition from what I just said.
Yeah, talking of education and self-development, personally, education is what we see that people, like, for example, in this part of the world where we come from, going to school, going to perhaps secondary or university, you are seen as pursuing education. But on the other hand, if you talk about self-development is the extra step that you take, and by taking this step, you are channeling your whatever, it could be your career in the unified trajectory. So I'll give an example. For example, if you and I were students, say computer science, we usually go for classes and all. But if at the end of the class, of every class, or at the end of every lecture, I usually go home, close my books, then just have fun like every other student does. When you go home, but instead of doing that, you do the contrary. And what do I mean by the contrary? What you do is you go home, perhaps you open your YouTube, you watch more videos, it could be on coding or anything. You ask questions on Quora, you do a lot of research. So at the end of the day, it boils down, that for me is self-development. It's different from when they see people, both of us going for classes, we are seen as pursuing education. But the fact that you take that extra step of, oh, let me go online to do this research or blah blah blah, that's self-development. And that's why personally I feel like self-development still eclipses just education. And I think it's everything for me, because at the end of the day, we could write exams and you could always prevail because you take extra steps, and that is self-development. I mean, this is just an example. It spans beyond just going for classes and so many things.
Okay, so one very important question. You have a degree.
Yeah.
Maybe two. Do you regret going to school, or do you regret wasting your time? I mean, you probably said 4 years or even 5 years. So it was NYSC. So would you say that you would have preferred to use 5 years in developing yourself than going to school?
If I wanted to do the 5 years in developing myself, it's not my it's not my decision to make. We are Nigerians here.
Oh, okay.
We are forced to go to university. Why? Because
you're forced.
No, for real, because your parents will be like, oh fine, you need to go to school. You need to do this. That's why we have to go to school.
Yes.
You find so many people that even in university they are doing maybe arts. What they wanted to do was maybe sciences.
Yes, very true.
So it's not that.
Very true.
That's just a different thing entirely.
Okay, so for you, would you allow maybe your child to probably pursue a career, or go after a talent, than going to school? Because you sound like self-education beats self-development, beats talent, education. I mean,
if I have a talented child, it just takes the step I'll take is breeding him reading him entails going to school, but not going to school because fine, he has to be in school. He has to be in school because you learn new things from school, quite alright. But on the other side, remember it's a talent.
Yeah.
And it's within. So it's just for him to develop himself.
Okay, so I don't know, our parents, like my dad for example, you have to go to school before you say you want to face any other career. I don't know what you think about parents whose priorities are education.
Well,
I mean, you have people doing well in makeup and business, fashion design, and you probably wasted 6 years in school, and you just be wondering that why is this person go to school, you know, waste money. And because education is actually very expensive, especially in Nigeria.
Talking about parents and all, for me, I think it's a transgenerational cycle. It's not something new because if you go home and you talk to like few parents, they will tell you, oh, my dad wanted me to study this. Oh, my dad forced me to do this. An example is Teju Babyface. He wanted to be a comedian, but his father wanted him to be a lawyer.
Yes.
So like parents exactly. So that parents factor will always come in like, oh, go to school.
But do you think there's a shift now? Because I mean, parents of those days and parents of these days, they are now like different. Me, if I don't know, but I feel like if when I have my children and maybe I just see that one is interested in maybe fashion designing or music, I would rather they face that career than waste so much time in university.
Well,
not that they won't go to school, they will go to school,
course,
but not.
Of course.
I don't know how to explain it. It's not for them to now waste 5 years in university and all that, because these days talent is what is I don't know how to put it, but talent is everything we see now. Talent is everything. People who are into makeup and are doing really great, people who are into fashion design, they didn't learn it in school.
I'll give you an example. You said something about makeup now. If you want to be a makeup artist, of course there are so many makeup schools, right? I don't necessarily have to go to a makeup school. Do you get?
Yes,
I could just get videos of, oh, this is how to smooth it. I don't know what you guys call it. This is how to smooth in something. This is how to do that. So that for me now, that's like me still developing myself.
Yeah.
Do you get? Somebody could have said, oh, come, go to a makeup school and go and spend a year and spend maybe some amount of money. Or I could just say, oh, look, this thing I can learn it on my own. I'll develop myself. I mean, I've seen so many people that come to the house to make up for families and friends that they have no idea what makeup school is all about. But the fact that they've been able to train themselves on this little thing.
But you know that passion is everything. If you don't have a passion for something, you will not succeed in that thing. If you force somebody to go into makeup or fashion designing or catering or whatever, the person doesn't have a passion for it, the person won't succeed.
I mean, I'm a proponent of education, I'm a proponent of self-development, I'm a proponent of passion. But I'm just saying people...
So with the way society is right now, you've seen that self-development is everything. Would you advise someone who is in between going for an education, going for a degree rather, and choosing between a passion?
I'll tell you to pursue your passion.
You tell the person not to go for a 5 year.
I'll tell you not to go for a 5 year course.
Of course, since I'm still the same
I'll tell you to pursue your passion. Because
at the end of the day,
going for that 5 year course is just like bringing things that you didn't used to care about. Then you're bringing you're bringing problems to yourself. It's the truth, because if you know, oh, this thing I'm passionate about, anytime you wake me in the middle of the night, I can do this, I can do that. But by the time you go out of that circle and bring new things, it becomes a chaos for you. So that's just it. We are just giving our opinions. We are responsible for what we say, but we are not forcing you to do anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's your choice. You can have a rethink of things and know what works best for you. So that's all. And thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Thank you for honoring my invitation.
You're welcome too.
Bye.